Hello, welcome back to my channel English with Aleena. In today's video, we are going to discuss the question and answers. As you can see, the title of the video, this is part 2. Please like, share, and subscribe, and let me know in the comments what other English topics you want me to make a video on. Now, let's move on to the video. Now, let's look at the question and answers from the textbook Think as You Read. Question number 1. What was France accepted to be prepared with the school that day? That day France was accepted to be prepared with the participles because M. Hamel said that he would question them on participles. France didn't know anything about participles. France was accepted to be prepared with the lessons on participles because his teacher M. Hamel had said that he would ask them questions about it. What did Franz notice unusual about the school that day? Usually, when the school begins, there was a great bustle which could be heard out in the streets. But it was very still that day. Everything was quiet as Sunday morning. There was no opening and closing of the desk. His classmates were already in their places. The great ruler, instead of clapping on the table, was under M. Hamel's arms. Usually there used to be a great hustle and bustle and noise, but that day Franz noticed that it was also still calm and quiet, and the ruler, instead of rapping on the table, was under M. Hamel's arms. What had been put up on the bulletin board? For the last 2 years, all the bad news had come from the bulletin board. An order from Berlin to teach German in the school of Alsace and Lorraine. The German had put up his notice on the bulletin board. It was put up on the bulletin board by Germans that only German could be taught in the schools of Alsace and Lorraine in France. What changes the order from Berlin caused in school that day? M. Hamel had put on his Sunday's best dress, his beautiful green coat, his frilled shirt, and the little black silk cap, all embroidered. The school seemed so strange and solemn. On the back benches that were always empty, the elderly village of the people were sitting quietly like the kids. The order from Berlin was that only German language would be taught in the schools of Alsace and Lorraine. In the France, these two districts had passed into the Prussian hands. It was the day of the French teacher M. Hamel in the school that French will be no more to be taught in the schools of Alsace and Lorraine, so M. Hamel is leaving the school next day. M. Hamel had put on his Sunday's fine clothes. The old men of the village were sitting there in the back of the room. It was their way of thanking M. Hamel for his 40 years of faithful service. The children now taught the French language, and the books written in that language was like old friends to them. How did Fran's feeling about M. Hamel and school changed? Franz came to know that it was the last lesson Hammer would give them. From the next day, they will be taught only German. Then he felt sorry for not learning his lessons properly. His books, which seems a nuisance and burden to him, were now old friends. His feeling for M. Hamel changes and he forgot all about his ruler and how cranky he was. Franz felt sorry for not learning his lessons in French anymore. His book that had seemed to him such a nuisance a short while ago, which he found so heavy to carry, seemed to him like old friends now that he could not give up. Fran's feeling about his teacher M. Hamel also were changed. The idea that he was going away, that Franz should never see him again, made Franz forget all about his teacher's ruler. or slightly eccentric he was. So that's all for today. Please let me know in the comments that what topic you guys want me to cover. And I'm sorry, as because I was busy on Thursday, I couldn't upload part 2, so I'm uploading it today. So yes, that means on Tuesday you will be getting part 3. So stay tuned. If you like my video, please like, share and subscribe.